Omonoia Square is a central square in Athens. It marks the northern corner of the downtown area defined by the city plans of the 19th century, and is one of the city's principal traffic hubs. It is served by Omonoia train station. Omonoia Square is one of the oldest squares in the city of Athens and an important shopping center. It is located at the center of the city at the intersection of 6 main streets: Panopistimiou, Stadiou, Athenas, Piraeus, Agiou Konstantinou and 3rd Septembrio. Name: the square was constructed in 1846 and its original name was Platea Enaktoron because, according to the initial urban plan of Athens in 1834 proposed by the architects Stamatios Kleanthis and Edward Schaubert, the area was intended to be used for the construction of the palace. Later, the square was renamed Omonoia Square in honor of King Otto. After Otto was deposed in 1862, it took its final name, Omonoia Square, because it was here that the leaders of the opposing political factions gave the oath of peace to stop hostilities. History of design changes. At the end of the 19th century, the square underwent several formative changes. Trees were placed throughout the square, a polygonal platform was placed at the center of the square and lighting systems were installed. Omonoia Square was a center where people met and social life thrived as it was the railway's starting point and was also surrounded by numerous hotels. From 1925 to 1930, the Underground Railway between Piraeus and Athens was built, requiring further redesign of the square. Omonoia Square became circular and marble bars are put at the entrances of the Underground Railway station. The square started to resemble European prototypes and acquired an important commercial role. Due to the existence of the Underground Railway, it was necessary to create also an underground ventilation system, and in 1931 Mayor of Athens Spyros Merkouris suggested placing 8 sculptures representing the mythological muses to cover the openings of the ventilation vents. Although the problem was solved, the result did not satisfy Athenians' aesthetic expectations and the statues were removed. The 50s were a period of modernization for Athens and consequently for many public spaces. In 1954, in the underground area of Omonoia Square, banks, shops and a post office were built. In 1958, the Ministry of Transportation and Public Works held a competition for the development of Omonoia Square. Sculptor George Zongalopoulos and architect Kostas Bitsios were awarded the project. The proposal included a circular water system in the middle of which would be placed Zongalopoulos' sculpture Poseidon. The square was redesigned, although in the end without the placement of the sculpture. The fountains of Omonoia became a famous city landmark, and the square itself was depicted many times in Greek movies of the period. Beneath the square lies the Omonoia metro station, a major transport hub with passenger traffic equal to that of the Syntagma metro station. Celebrations. Sporting celebrations have recently been held here, including following Greece's victory in the Eurobasket 2005 finals and in winning the championship. Other sporting successes, such as the Euro 2004 tournament, when people climbed the 5-ring sculpture to celebrate with national flags, have also tended to be celebrated here. Architecture. After its transformation in 2003, the square lost some of its former value and prestige, but nevertheless continues to represent a multicultural place and point of communication, as a transportation hub for thousands throughout the day. 2 of its most recognizable buildings are the old neoclassical hotels of the area, the Bagkion and Megas Alexandros, located side by side side on either side of Athens.It. The Pentakiklon has its own story. Placed in the square in 2001, it functioned fully during the Christmas of 2008, when water ran in the sculpture from the first time, transforming the circles into motion. Gallery.